Hello my friends, today we're going to look at the top 6 picking patterns, alright? Guitar picking is really important, and they don't have to be complicated to perform some great songs, as this lesson will hopefully demonstrate. Right, before we go any further, download your idiot proof paperwork. It's important you do this because all the picks are at the bottom. The 6 sheets, one for each pattern, alright? Starting with the easiest one and working through to the most complicated one, which is not that complicated either. It's the Travis pick. If an advert pops up, don't run away, because if you do, you're going to be missing something really important. Stick with this until the end of the lesson and you will know something that you can use throughout your whole life, career wise. You really can. So and if you do like what I'm going to show you, which hopefully you will, click that thumbs up thing because it helps the channel, or better still, subscribe. Okay, so here we are. Download your stuff. Blue link at the bottom of the description box. Your picks down here. Your fingers are going to go here. We're going to use the same 4 chords all the time. You'll see why in a minute. Okay. Now, anything you see here, this is important for those new to the channel. This is my idiot-proof way of doing things. These are your string numbers down here. Any numbers that you see on their own, you will play that string on its own, obviously. And anything in a bracket, for example, 3, 2, and 1, where you see together, you'll pluck those strings together. All right, that's all you got to remember. It's idiot proof. You can't cock it up. All right, so for those brand new to picking, these 3 fingers, 1, 2 and 3 from your thumb, 1, 2 and 3, will look after strings 3, 2 and 1 always. Okay, there are some exceptions to the rule, but this is the rule we're going to use, and it's the one we use nearly all the time. All right, so those 3 fingers are going to be there. Little finger's going to do nothing, it's going to just watch, and your thumb will look after any bass notes. The first pattern that we're going to play is the easiest one, but one of the most useful, because it's got a really nice walking bass. Okay, we're going to play the chords A minor, C, E minor and G. A minor, C, E minor, and I would like you to play your G like this, not like that. You'll see why later on. So let's begin. Now you will have heard that in thousands of things. C, E minor, G. Okay, what am I doing? I'm playing an A minor, so I'm going to start with a 5th string bass note. Why? Because that's the note A, the root note A, and I'm playing the chord A minor. So I'm going to hit the 5, then I'm going to pluck these 3 strings together. Then I'm going to hit the 6, and I'm going to hit the 3, pull the 3 strings again together. And if you look underneath that, 5, 3, 2, 1, 6, 3, 2, 1, it says times 2. So do it all again. And then move to C. How do we do that? Well, 1 and 2, you can leave them on and bring these 2 up to here. I want you to play a full C, because again, we're going to be starting on the 5th string and alternating to the 6th. Why the 5th again? Because this note now on the 5th string at the 3rd fret is the root note to the chord C. All right, and this note here, this G note, is what we're going to alternate to. And we'll do it twice. So we've got this. Now we're going to go to an E minor. Now the root note now is here on the 6th string. We don't have a string above it to bounce to, so we'll bounce to the one below. All right. Everything else is the same. And then G will play like this. I want you to play it like this because we'll need this finger in later, for later stuff that we're going to do. Again, the bass note is here because this note now is G, the root note to the chord, and we'll bounce to the 5th. So if we put that together, we've got this. Now, I'm just using these chords to demonstrate the way the bass notes work. Say I was going to play A major. Johnny Cash. Get myself a beer. Now he plays it or one of his guitar players does it with a pick like this. Watch. But it's really, really difficult to get the hang of that. It takes years of practice. Whereas with the technique I've just shown you, you get those really nice clean bass notes. Clearly, if you were playing a D, you'd play the root notes on the 4th string. Why? Because it's the note D, bounce to the one above. If it was E, you'd play the 6th string and bounce to the 5th. Okay, now you could also do it like a... But it just sounds great because you've got a bass guitar working, which you have, and you've got your rhythm, which is your pluck in. All right, so that's pick number 1. All right, and it's a really useful one. I've put a note at the note. Watch the video for demo of all these patterns. Yeah, when I've gone away, when you've watched it once, keep watching, look through it again, so you really get the hang of it. Now, this one is very similar to the first one, but you know the way I was telling you before about Johnny Cash, he will use a... Well, what we're going to do is, in order to try and get the same sort of feel, but be able to get the bass notes accurately, we're going to do this. We're going to use one finger, only one finger on this, and we're going to play the same chords, and we're going to do the same alternating bass line, but this time we're going to do a little flick with this finger. We're going to go 5, and then flick down and then up, and then a 6, and then down and up. An old cowpoke went riding out one dark and windy day. If you're doing country music, you've just got to do it. So what am I doing? 5. Why 5? Because it's the root note of A. Always the same chords for this little lesson, all right? 5, down, up, 6, down, up. And it says, you'll see it clearly on the paperwork, it's got a 5 and then the flick down and then a 6 and a flick down and up, and it says do it twice. Do it as many times as you like, but you know, for an exercise. To the C, to the E minor, same again, but this time 6 to 5. Why? Because that's the root note. To G, now when you listen to Paul McCartney, who can't pick, he never learned. He uses one finger all the time. To great effect, I might add. So that's pick number 2. Very similar to number 1, but it's got more of a plectrum feel because we're using that finger to scrape over the strings. Alright, so we've done 1, we've done number 2. Now we're on to number 3. Again, we're going to use this first finger to do a little bit of flicking with. Now this is, instead of doing that Johnny Cash, we're going to try, this is more of a sort of traditional country thing. So what am I doing? 5 up, down, up, 6 up, down, up, 5 up, down, up, 6 up, down, up. Still only using the one finger, still using the same chords as a demonstration. Bum, dum. Okay, so let's assume somebody's asking the question, and I can almost hear you now saying, what if we're playing the chord B minor, Rob? Let's see, okay, well there's your B minor. Where's your B root note? It's here. How do we know it's there? A sharp, B, okay? B minor, and we'll alternate to this one here, so. If I was playing an F sharp minor, where's the F sharp bass note? It's there, so we'll alternate to the one below it. If I'm playing the chord D, simple D, or anything to do with D, where's the root note? It's there. How do we know it? Because that's the note D. We know that from our tuning. I'll play a D major 7th. I'll play a D 7th. I'll play a D 6th. It's always the same root note. I'll play a D minor. A minor, C, E minor, G. Okay, that's that one done. It's number 3. Okay, now we're going back to our fingers, all right? This one is this is important, this one, because this one really sort of trains your fingers as to what string they should play. I'll play the pick, same chords, always keep it the same. 5, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 6, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now you will notice whenever I hit the 3rd string, on the last 3 that I'm going to do before changing, I will bring all my fingers off so I can be moving to the next chord. Okay? 5, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 6, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. To C. Play a D. What would I start on? I'd start on the 4th string. Why? Because it's the root note. Do I have a string above to bounce to? Yes, I do. Let's play a B minor. Now when I'm playing a B minor, I sometimes do this. If I was playing an F, which is a tricky bugger, I'd start here. Why there? Because that's the F note. E minor. Always remember, start on the root note. If you have a string above it, as in physically above it, bounce to that one. If you don't, for example, if you're playing an E minor or an F, you will bounce to the one below. Okay, so that's pick number 4, a really useful one. You'll heard, you know, things like REM. They don't even bother doing the bouncy bass note thing, they just stay on the same thing. What I'm teaching you is quite advanced because I want you to get that bass note in. Now, number 5, this is a good one. This is very sort of, you know, folky. I remember this is one of the first picks I learned. I remember my dad taught me how to play this, you know, because he taught me how to play the guitar, you see. So we've got, I'll play the pick first and I'll tell you what I'm doing. Again, same chords, same principle of bass notes. Now this one's slightly different. I'm going 5, 3, and then if you look below, you'll see that 2 and 1 are in a bracket, so I will pluck those 2 together. And again on that 3, I'll bring the fingers off and play an open string in order that I can be on my way to the next chord, which as we know now is C. So 5, 3, 2 and 1 together, 3. Same again, only with the 6 now. 5. Fingers off. See the way? It just makes your change seamless. Different chords, say a D minor, G 7th, C major 7th, E minor. It's just beautiful, and you can just play whatever chords come into your head. Just remember where the root note is and then alternate to the string above it, physically above it. Alright, so that's number 5. So we're almost at the end now. And this one we've looked at before. It's it's commonly known as Travis picking, but the purists will say, well, it's not Travis picking because Merle Travis, he only used one finger, you know, like that stuff we did a bit earlier on. So this is a bit more complicated than what he does, but this is more useful. You can do more with what I'm going to show you. than the other way around. You just can. Just take my word for it. So what are we going to do? Now, let's just look at this. This is the pick. We've looked at this before. If you look at the thing down there, you'll see that the first two strings are in a bracket. Now, I want you to forget about the one for now. Okay, just forget about the one. Forget about the double thing. Well, I'll explain in a minute. The A minor, just say this in your head. You're going to say 5, 2, 4, 3, 5, 2, 4, 3. Okay, get that, and then we'll do the alternating thing. 5, 2, 4, 3, 6, 2, 4, 3, 5, 2, 4, 3, 6, 2, 4, 3. And these strings here, outer, inner, outer, inner. Just think of it like that. 5, 2, 4, 3, 6, 2, 4, 3, 5, 2, 4, 3, 6, 2, 4, 3. Why 5? Because we're on A minor, and that is the root note. The next chord, as with all the others, is C. What's the root note? Still the 5th string, because that note now is being held down at the 3rd fret, which makes it the note C, and we bounce to the 6th. 5, 2, 4, 3, 6, 2, 4, 3, 5, 2, 4, 3, 6, 2, 4, 3. Fingers off to get to the next chord, which is E minor. We start here as a root note. Do we have a string above it? No, so we'll bounce to the one below it. 6, 2, 4, 3, 5, 2, 4, 3, 6, 2, 4, 3, 5, 2, 4, 3. Fingers off to your G. Again, this is the root note because it's at the 3rd fret, and that note is G, and we're going to bounce to the one below it because we don't have one up here. 5, 2, 4, 3, 6, 2, 4, 3, 5, 2, 4, 3, 6, 2, 4, 3. Now, that's your Travis pick, and you can quite happily do that. But what about the first string? And I think it's important that we bring the first string into play. Now, normally, personally, I only play the first string when I'm changing chord, because if you overplay it, it can get on your nerves. So if you let's look at what we've got written down. We've got 5 and 1. So all we're doing is adding a 1 with the 5. The rest of the pick is exactly as I've just described. But when it goes round again and says times 2, I wouldn't play that 1 again. Okay, so 5 and 1. 5 and 1, 2, 4, 3, 6, 2, 4, 3, 5, 2, 4, 3, 6, 2, 4, 3. Then when I change to a new chord, 5 and 1. E minor, new chord. G, new chord. Have you seen the old girl? If you're changing chord, put the 1 in, because it goes ping and it just rings all the way through. If I play that C again, or I'll play an A minor, listen to this note. Ba, da, da. What we don't want to do is go da, 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 and in the end it's like, it's overbearing. There's far too much of it. Keep it, use it sparingly. Right, there are your 6 major picking patterns. Now, clearly there'll be little variations on those. Paul McCartney, for example. But they're the ones that you're going to use all the time. Watch the thing again. Keep watching it. Keep watching it. Keep watching it. I did a particular lesson, a special lesson on Travis picking. Travis picking in 10 minutes, I think I called it. People thought I was being funny, saying you can't learn it in 10 minutes. Well, you can. You might have to sort of fiddle around and just, but you can, especially if you use nice easy chords as I've just done. All right, so there we are. Enjoy that one. Remember, share to all your friends. Everything on my channel is free for those who are new. I'm not precious about the paperwork. You send it to whoever you like. I don't care. I just want you to play the guitar. All right. For those people that donate little bits to the channel, thank you very much. It pays for the tea and the coffee. All right. I'm doing a live stream. I do a live stream on the first Saturday of every month. So I'm just coming into May. So the next one's going to be on May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. All right, and on that note, enjoy this one, and I will catch you next time. All right, till then, love you, leave you. Take care. Bye bye.